Hey folks, welcome back. Let's get real. When a woman hugs you, what does it actually mean? Is it just a casual gesture, or is there something deeper beneath the surface? You see, human psychology is rarely random. A hug isn't just a hug. It's a subtle test, a hidden message, and sometimes a powerful signal of attraction. Women communicate more through actions than words, and if you don't understand what's really happening in that moment, you might be missing something big. Now, don't get it twisted. Not every hug means she's falling for you, but if you know what to look for, you'll see the deeper layers behind this simple action. And more importantly, you'll know exactly how to respond. Not with desperation, not with overthinking, but with the calm, collected confidence of a true Stoic. So, before you make the mistake of assuming too little or too much, let's break it down. In today's video, we're diving into 6 psychological truths behind a woman's hug, and by the end, you'll never look at this simple gesture the same way again. Let's get started. Number 1, she's testing your confidence, folks. Let's get real for a second. When a woman hugs you, you probably think, oh, she's just being friendly. What? But let me tell you something. There's way more happening beneath the surface than you realize. A hug isn't always just a hug. In fact, a lot of times, it's a silent test. A test of what, you ask? Your confidence. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, come on, it's just a simple gesture. But is it? Think about it. When she steps in close, wraps her arms around you, and lingers for just a second, what do? Do you stiffen up? Do you hesitate? Do you awkwardly pat her back like you don't know what's going on? Or do you stay calm, relaxed, and handle it like it's just another moment in your day? Because, folks, how you react in that split second tells her everything she needs to know about you. Women are always assessing the men around them, whether they realize it or not. And no, this isn't some manipulative tactic or a mind game. It's instinct. Women are wired to pick up on subtle cues of confidence. The way you stand, the way you move, the way you react to closeness. And trust me, she notices the tiniest details. So here's the big question. When she hugs you, are you passing or failing the test? Let's talk about the mistakes most guys make. Because honestly, folks, a lot of you are failing this test without even realizing it. First, overthinking it. If the second she hugs you, your brain goes into overdrive, wondering, what does this mean? Should I hug tighter? Should I say something? Does she like me? You've already lost. Overthinking is a huge sign of insecurity. Confident men don't sit there trying to analyze every little interaction. They just live in the moment and let things unfold naturally. Second, pulling away too fast. If you immediately step back the moment she hugs you, like she just dropped a hot coal in your hands, that's a problem. You're signaling discomfort with physical closeness. And folks, let's be honest, that's not attractive. Women want a man who's comfortable in his own skin, someone who doesn't flinch at a simple hug. Third, holding on too long. Now, let's not swing to the other extreme. If you're still holding on while she's already pulling away, or worse, if you're giving that awkward little sway while hugging, buddy, you're making it weird. If you linger past the natural point, she's going to feel that desperation. And trust me, nothing kills attraction faster than neediness. Fourth, acting nervous or fidgety. Folks, women are experts at picking up on energy. If your breathing changes, your hands get stiff, or you suddenly don't know what to do with yourself after the hug, guess what? She's already picked up on it, and it's telling her that you're not completely sure of yourself. So, how do you handle this the right way? How do you pass the test and show her that you're a man who's got his confidence locked in? Simple. When she hugs you, hold your ground. Don't tense up. Don't overthink it. Just be present. A good hug should last around 2 to 3 seconds. Just enough time to acknowledge the moment without making it awkward. Keep your posture strong. No hunching, no shrinking. Just stand tall and own the space you're in. And here's the secret move that separates confident men from the rest. After the hug, hold eye contact for just a second and give her a relaxed, subtle smile. That's it. That tiny little moment does all the work for you. It communicates that you're composed, self-assured, and comfortable in your own presence. And folks, trust me on this. She will feel it. When you pass this test, something interesting happens. She starts to see you differently. Confidence isn't about what you say. It's about how you carry yourself. And when you handle even the simplest interactions, like a hug, with ease and presence, it completely shifts the way she perceives you. So let's lock this in right now. If you're ready to own your confidence, drop a comment below and type, "I stand strong." Say it. Write it. Let it be a reminder of the energy you bring into every interaction. And hey, if you're getting value from this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're here to break down the psychology of attraction, confidence, and relationships, so make sure you stick around. But we're not done yet, folks, because this is just one reason why a woman hugs you. She's not only testing your confidence, she's also checking your emotional availability. And trust me, this next part, it's even deeper. Let's get into it. Number 2. She's checking your emotional availability. All right, folks, let's dive even deeper into this. You already know that a hug isn't just a hug. It's a test. But here's something most men don't realize. When a woman hugs you, she's not just feeling your physical presence. She's feeling your emotional presence too. Now, I know some of you are thinking, wait, emotional availability, isn't that just some relationship buzzword? Nope. It's real. And trust me, women are experts at sensing it. Think about it. Have you ever hugged someone and immediately felt whether they were truly present in that moment? Whether they were open and engaged, or if they were distracted and distant? That's exactly what's happening when she hugs you. She's subconsciously picking up on your emotional energy. Women don't just want a man who looks strong on the outside. They want a man who's connected, emotionally in tune, and capable of forming real bonds. And one of the fastest ways they gauge this? Physical touch. When she wraps her arms around you, she's feeling more than just your body. She's feeling your state of mind. If you're emotionally closed off, your hug will feel stiff, rushed, or disconnected. You might pull away too quickly, barely engage, or make it seem like you're uncomfortable with intimacy. And guess what? That sends a loud and clear message. You're not fully present. On the flip side, if you're too eager, your hug might feel overwhelming, too tight, too lingering, like you're craving something from her instead of just sharing a moment. That can feel just as off-putting. But when you're emotionally grounded, your hug feels natural, warm, and reassuring. You don't hold on for too long, but you also don't rush to pull away. You're comfortable in the moment, and that's exactly what she's looking for. Women's brains are wired for emotional intelligence. Studies show that women have a stronger ability to pick up on nonverbal cues, micro-expressions, and shifts in energy. That means, even if you're saying all the right things, she's still reading what's underneath. When she hugs you, her subconscious is analyzing if you feel emotionally available or distant, if you carry yourself like a man who's open to connection, or if you seem guarded, like you're avoiding deeper emotions. This is why some men, despite being physically attractive, still fail to connect with women on a deeper level. It's not about looks, money, or status. It's about how present and emotionally engaged you are. Now, let's talk about where a lot of guys go wrong. Because, folks, let's be honest, most men don't even realize they're failing this test. If you get tense, avoid eye contact, or feel uncomfortable with affection, she'll pick up on it instantly. If your hug feels mechanical, like you're just going through the motions, that's a problem. She's looking for presence, not obligation. If you cling to her like she's the last lifeboat on the Titanic, she'll feel that neediness, and it's a major red flag. If you act like the hug is something to get over with, you're sending the message that you're emotionally unavailable or uninterested. So, what should you do instead? First, be present. When she hugs you, actually be there in that moment. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about what it means. Just let it happen naturally. Second, relax your energy. A confident, emotionally available man is calm and collected. He doesn't rush or hesitate. He just embraces the moment with ease. Third, match her energy. If it's a quick, friendly hug, don't hold on longer than necessary. If it's a slower, more intentional hug, match that without forcing it. Fourth, read the room. If she seems to be lingering, that could be a sign she's feeling a connection. But if she starts to pull away, don't resist. Let go with confidence. And finally, make brief eye contact afterward. This part is key. When you step back, don't just immediately turn away or fumble for something to say. Hold her gaze for half a second, give a relaxed smile, and then move on like it was no big deal. That single moment creates undeniable chemistry. Women don't just want a man who's physically strong. They want a man who's emotionally strong, a man who's not afraid of connection, a man who can handle intimacy without acting weird about it. When you pass this test, she'll start seeing you in a whole new light. You'll go from being just another guy to being someone who stands out. And the best part? You won't even have to say a word. Now, let's make this personal. If you're ready to step into your emotional strength, I want you to comment below and type, "I am present." Type it out, own it, and let it remind you to show up fully in every interaction. And folks, if this is resonating with you, make sure to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about helping you develop the mindset, confidence, and awareness to attract the kind of relationships you deserve. But listen, this is just one part of the equation. She's not only testing your confidence, and she's not only checking your emotional availability. There's something even deeper happening when she hugs you. She's setting the stage for something physical, without saying a word. And in the next part, I'm going to show you exactly what that means and how you should handle it. Let's keep going. Number 3, she's setting the stage for physical connection. All right, folks, let's talk about something that a lot of guys completely overlook. When a woman hugs you, it's not just about confidence, and it's not just about emotional availability. Sometimes, she's setting the stage for something deeper, a physical connection. Now, before you jump to conclusions, I'm not saying every hug is some grand romantic gesture, but I am saying that a hug is often a gateway to physical intimacy, and how you handle that moment can determine where things go next. Think about it. Physical attraction isn't just about looks or words. It's about proximity, chemistry, and comfort with touch. If a woman is drawn to you, she's going to look for ways to close the gap between you. And a hug? That's one of the easiest ways for her to test the waters. Let's break this down. When people talk about attraction, they usually focus on big things: looks, personality, status. But what really makes chemistry come alive? Touch. It starts small. A casual touch on the arm, a playful shove, brushing past you in a crowded room, and yes, a hug. These are all subtle invitations, ways for her to gauge how you respond to physical closeness. A woman who's interested in you isn't going to just say, "Hey, I want to be close to you." No, she's going to show it through body language. She's going to create opportunities for physical interaction and see if you pick up on it. Now, here's where a lot of guys miss the signs. Some women hug everyone. It's just part of their personality. But if a woman is hugging you in a way that lingers just a little longer, feels just a little warmer, or happens just a little more often than with others, there's a good chance she's seeing how you respond to her presence. Ask yourself, does she press her body closer than necessary? Does she rest her hand on your back for an extra second? Does she sigh or relax into the hug? These small details tell you whether she's just being friendly or if she's drawing you in. And here's something most guys don't realize. How you react in that moment determines whether she feels safe, excited, and intrigued enough to take things further. Let's talk about where things go wrong. Because trust me, folks, a lot of guys mess this up. First, being completely passive. If she's creating a moment of closeness and you just stand there like a statue, not engaging with her energy at all, that can be a huge turn-off. Women don't want to feel like they're the only ones carrying the moment. Second, overdoing it. Yes, confidence is attractive, but forcing the moment isn't. If she hugs you and you immediately turn it into something overly intense, gripping her too tightly, pulling her in too close, or lingering past the point where it feels natural, you risk making her uncomfortable. Third, missing the transition. A hug, when done right, is a bridge to deeper connection. But a lot of guys either let it end awkwardly or don't know what to do afterward. They either step back too fast, breaking the moment, or they hesitate and kill the natural flow of interaction. So, what's the right way to handle this? First, stay relaxed and present. If she's hugging you in a way that feels more personal, don't freeze up. Just embrace the moment with confidence. Let the hug be warm, firm, but not forced. Second, pay attention to how she reacts when you pull away. If she lingers, holds eye contact, or gives you a soft smile, she's inviting more connection. This is your moment to either escalate, maybe by holding her gaze for a second longer, or touching her arm as you speak, or to let the moment breathe and see if she continues to lean in. Third, match her pace. If she's keeping things light and casual, respect that. But if she's clearly creating closeness, don't be afraid to reciprocate in a way that feels natural and confident. And one final key move, make her feel good in that moment. Say something light-hearted, playful, or even just a simple, "That was nice." Women love a man who can be comfortable in intimacy without making it weird. If you handle this right, folks, something interesting happens. The energy shifts. She starts seeing you not just as someone she enjoys talking to, but as someone she enjoys being close to. That's a game changer. Physical connection isn't about grand romantic gestures. It's about small moments that build trust, attraction, and excitement. When she hugs you, she's creating a chance for something more to develop. If you can recognize that and respond with the right level of confidence and awareness, you set the stage for something deeper. So let's lock this in right now. If you're ready to own your presence and create real connection, I want you to comment below and type, "I create chemistry." Type it, own it, and start paying attention to the little signals that change everything. And if you're getting value from this, folks, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're breaking down the real psychology behind attraction, confidence, and relationships. So make sure you're here for every step of it. But we're not done yet, because a hug isn't just about you and her. It's also about the message she's sending to everyone around you. And in the next part, I'm going to show you exactly how she uses physical touch to shape the way others see your connection. Let's keep going. Number 4, she's sensing your physical chemistry. All right, folks, let's get into something really interesting. When a woman hugs you, It's not just about confidence, emotional connection, or even setting the stage for intimacy. Sometimes she's doing something even deeper. She's sensing the chemistry between you two. People talk about chemistry all the time, but what does it actually mean? It's not just about whether she likes you or not. Chemistry is that unspoken energy between two people, the feeling that pulls you closer without either of you even realizing it. It's in the way your bodies react to each other, how natural the physical connection feels, and whether there's an underlying attraction that neither of you can ignore. A hug, no matter how simple, is one of the easiest ways for her to feel if that chemistry is there. It's her way of testing how your presence makes her feel, whether it's exciting, comfortable, or completely forgettable. Women are extremely in tune with energy and body language. They don't just listen to what you say. They feel how you carry yourself. And when she hugs you, she's subconsciously analyzing a lot more than you think. She's paying attention to how natural it feels. Does your body tense up? Or do you relax into the moment? Does it feel effortless? Or does it seem awkward and forced? If a hug feels stiff or unnatural, it signals that something is off. Maybe you're uncomfortable with touch. Maybe you're nervous. Or maybe you're just not connecting on a deeper level. She's also noticing how she feels in your presence. A man with strong, confident energy has a presence that draws people in. It's not about physical strength. It's about how centered and composed you are. If she hugs you and feels an immediate sense of warmth, attraction, or security, that's a sign that the chemistry is real. But if she hugs you and doesn't feel much of anything, that's not a good sign. Chemistry isn't just about being comfortable. It's about feeling a spark. Does she lean in slightly when she hugs you? Does she take a deep breath as she steps back? Do her hands linger for just a second longer than necessary? These are signs that she's feeling something more than just friendliness. A lot of guys unknowingly ruin the moment without realizing it. If she hugs you and you treat it like shaking hands with your boss, that's a problem. Women don't want a man who's overly eager, but they also don't want someone who's emotionally disconnected. If you pull away too fast, avoid eye contact, or act like the hug meant nothing, you're signaling that you don't feel anything, which means she won't either. Some guys try to turn every hug into a grand romantic moment, gripping too tightly, leaning in too close, or trying to escalate too fast. That doesn't create chemistry. It kills it. Chemistry is about natural flow, not force. A hug isn't just about the moment itself. It's about what happens right after. If she steps back and holds eye contact, if she gives you a slight smile, if she seems to be waiting for something, that's your moment to either continue the connection or completely kill the vibe. The key to making a hug feel effortless is being fully present. Don't overthink. Don't analyze. Just be there in the moment. Let the hug happen naturally, without hesitation or stiffness. Controlling your breathing also makes a huge difference. A confident man breathes slow and steady, and that energy is contagious. If you exhale slightly as she leans in, it subconsciously signals relaxation and comfort, making the hug feel even better. Matching her rhythm is also important. If it's a quick, casual hug, respond the same way. If it's a slow, lingering hug, don't rush to pull away. Let the moment unfold naturally. When the hug ends, don't just step back awkwardly. Hold eye contact for a second, give a relaxed smile, and continue the interaction as if the connection between you two is completely natural. That effortless confidence is what makes chemistry undeniable. If she hugs you and truly feels that connection, everything changes. She starts looking at you differently. She finds herself drawn to you, thinking about how it felt to be close to you, wondering if she wants more of that feeling. And when that happens, the hug isn't just a hug anymore. It's the beginning of something deeper. If you're ready to embrace your natural chemistry and build deeper connections, comment below and type, I create attraction. Say it, own it, and start noticing the subtle moments that change everything. And if this is making sense to you, hit that subscribe button. This channel is here to give you the tools, mindset, and awareness to navigate attraction and relationships with confidence, so don't miss out. A hug isn't just about what she feels, it's also about what she wants others to see. In the next part, we're going to talk about how a woman uses physical touch to send silent messages to the people around her. Let's get into it. Number 5. She's sending a silent message to others. All right, folks, let's talk about something that most guys never even consider. When a woman hugs you, it's not always just about what's happening between you and her. Sometimes it's about what she wants others to see. Whether she realizes it or not, her hug could be a way of sending a silent message to the people around her. Now, you might be thinking, wait, what? A hug is just a hug, right? Not necessarily. Women are deeply aware of social dynamics. They understand how body language influences perception. And sometimes, a hug is about more than just a greeting or a moment of connection. It's about signaling something to the world around her. Imagine you're at a party, a social event, or even just out with a group of friends. A woman you're interested in hugs you. And in that moment, other people, whether they're men or women, are watching, even if you don't realize it. That one simple hug could be communicating a lot. If she's hugging you in front of other women, she might be staking her claim. It's subtle, but physical touch is a way of marking territory. She might be showing other women in the room that you're someone she's connected to, even if she hasn't admitted it out loud yet. It's an unspoken way of saying, I have my eyes on him. If she's hugging you in front of other men, she might be testing the waters. Women are incredibly perceptive when it comes to male competition. And sometimes, a hug in public is a way to gauge how other men react. Do they step back? Do they look at you differently? Does someone who was previously confident around her suddenly hesitate? These are the kinds of things she picks up on instinctively. Beyond romantic interest, sometimes a woman hugs you as a way of elevating your social status. Let's say you're in a group setting, and she's physically affectionate with you in a way that she isn't with others. Even if there's no deep romantic meaning behind it, she's still sending a message. She sees you as someone worthy of attention, and when others see that, they naturally start viewing you differently too. People react to social cues, even on a subconscious level. If others see a woman showing physical warmth toward you, they start to assume that you're someone worth knowing, someone who naturally attracts good energy. That changes the way people interact with you, even beyond that one moment. Now, let's flip this. If she's hugging you, but in a way that feels overly casual, like she's treating you exactly the same as everyone else, that's a different message altogether. It might mean she sees you as a safe, comfortable presence, but not necessarily as someone she's singling out. If you notice she's more selective with physical touch around certain people, but doesn't hesitate to be playful or affectionate with you, that's an important distinction. There are also situations where a hug is meant to diffuse tension. Maybe there's someone in the room she used to date, or maybe she's trying to create a sense of normalcy in an otherwise awkward situation. Sometimes, a woman will initiate a hug, not because she's feeling deep attraction, but because she wants to manage the energy of the room, keep things light, or even avoid confrontation. This is why understanding context is so important. A hug doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's not just about what happens between the two of you. It's about the bigger picture. Who else is in the room? What's the social dynamic? What is she potentially communicating beyond just a greeting? So how do you handle this the right way? The key is awareness. Pay attention to who's watching, how she interacts with others, and how she acts before and after the hug. If she lingers, if she makes eye contact, if she seems to subtly check for a reaction from others, she's aware of the social effect of that moment. If you sense that she's using the hug to send a message, the best thing you can do is hold your frame. Stay relaxed, confident, and unbothered. If she's testing the waters, let her. If she's signaling interest, acknowledge it without overreacting. The men who thrive in these situations are the ones who don't feel the need to prove anything. Women respect a man who can read the energy of the room without losing his own center. They're drawn to someone who understands social dynamics but doesn't get caught up in trying to control them. If she's sending a message, whether to you or to others, let her, but stay true to your own sense of presence. Now, let's lock this in. If you're ready to carry yourself with confidence in every situation, comment below and type, "I hold my frame." Own it, practice it, and start paying attention to the silent messages happening all around you. And if this insight is helping you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're diving deep into attraction, confidence, and the unspoken rules of social dynamics. So make sure you don't miss what's coming next, because we're not done yet. In the next part, we're going even deeper into what happens when she hugs you. This isn't just about chemistry or signals. It's about creating a moment she'll remember. And that, folks, is where things get really interesting. Let's get into it. Number 6. She's creating a moment. You'll both remember all right, folks. Let's talk about something that goes beyond attraction, beyond chemistry, and beyond signals to others. Sometimes, when a woman hugs you, she's not testing you. She's not analyzing the situation, and she's not trying to make a statement. Sometimes, she's just creating a moment that both of you will remember. We tend to overlook the power of small moments. In a world where everyone is rushing to get to the next thing, a simple, meaningful hug can freeze time, even if just for a second. Maybe she's holding on just a little longer because she feels safe with you. Maybe she's pulling you in because she knows this moment will mean something later. Maybe she's not thinking about anything at all. She's just feeling it. And in that feeling, she's creating something that neither of you will forget. Think about it. Some of the most powerful connections we experience in life aren't built through words, but through shared moments. A glance held just a second longer than usual, a touch that lingers. The feeling of warmth when someone pulls you in close. These are the things that stay with us. And for her, that hug might be one of those moments. Have you ever had a hug that felt different? One that stood out from the rest? Maybe it was the way she leaned in, the way she held you, or just the energy between you. It wasn't just routine or politeness. It wasn't just a friendly greeting. It was something else, something deeper. Those are the moments that stick. And when a woman is truly present in a hug, when she's not rushing to pull away, when she's fully engaged in that brief exchange of energy, she's giving you something real. Now, here's where a lot of guys miss the moment. Some pull away too fast because they don't want to read too much into it. Some get caught in their heads, overthinking what it means. And some, instead of simply being present, start planning their next move, wondering what they should say or do next. But that's not how memorable moments work. The moments that last, the ones that actually mean something, happen when neither person is trying to control them. They just are. And the best way to respond when she's creating that kind of moment, don't rush it. Don't overanalyze it. Just let it be. If she's lingering in the hug, don't be the first to pull away. If she steps back and looks at you with that quiet kind of smile, hold her gaze for just a second longer. If there's a shift in the air, if something feels different, don't break it by filling the space with words that don't need to be said. Women remember how you make them feel, and sometimes the simplest things, how steady your presence is, how effortlessly you hold the moment, how confidently you let things unfold, create the strongest memories. A hug, when it's real, isn't just physical, it's emotional, it's a shared experience. And when she's giving you that kind of moment, She's not just hugging you, she's creating a memory. Now, here's something to think about. Some of the most unforgettable moments in life aren't planned. You don't always know when something is going to stick with you. But years later, you'll find yourself remembering a specific hug, a specific touch, a specific feeling, and realizing it mattered more than you knew at the time. And if that's true for you, it's true for her too. So if you ever find yourself in one of those moments, don't rush it, don't force it, don't try to control it, just be in it. Because you never know. This might be the moment she remembers too. If you're ready to be the kind of man who knows how to hold the moment, comment below and type, "I embrace the moment." Own it, live it, and let yourself truly experience the connections that life puts in front of you. And if you've made it this far, you already know understanding these little moments is what sets you apart. Keep leveling up, keep paying attention, and keep becoming the best version of yourself. You've got this. All right, folks, we've covered a lot in this video. You came in thinking a hug was just a hug, but now you see the layers beneath it. It's not just about physical touch. It's about confidence, emotional availability, chemistry, and the subtle signals she's sending. Sometimes she's testing you. Sometimes she's feeling the connection. And sometimes she's creating a moment that neither of you will forget. The next time a woman hugs you, don't just go through the motions. Be present. Pay attention. Feel the energy between you. Because whether she realizes it or not, she's telling you something. And if you know how to read it, you'll understand her and yourself on a whole new level. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and type, "I understand the signs." Own it, say it, and start seeing these interactions with a new perspective. And if this video gave you value, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're diving deep into attraction, psychology, and relationships, so make sure you don't miss out. I appreciate you all for being here. Keep leveling up, keep paying attention, and I'll see you in the next one.